He never fails. Never has, never will. He is God. Yes. Folks, good morning. Welcome to the segment of Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Thursday already. It's the 11th day of May. Could you imagine that, man? Wow. The time is gone. I don't know about you, but I am not getting older. I am aging, but I'm not getting older. The old things, they throw them away in Perseverance and other dumping sites. Yeah, you'd get old pants, old shirt, old pot, not old innocent, I'm an aging person. All right, Mary Ebanks, she has beaten them to it again. Good morning, Mary. Veronica Sandy, second place. Good morning, GBN Grenada. Good morning, Gordon Innocent Joseph. Blessings to all. Catherine Phillips says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Blessings. Good, nice. How are we doing this morning? How was your night? Well, I hope it was good. I had a wonderful time in the church last night. I urge you to, find some time and go and sit and learn something. I learned something last night, yeah. Last night, Pastor Laurie spoke about Jesus, the advocate, yeah? Advocating on our behalf, mediating to the Father and things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand these things. Going out and, find a good Bible preaching church and spend some time there. A man told me last night, what I do into church. A man as you going to church. Yeah, you say you ain't going to church because you have too much hypocrites in the church. I say, well, saying you're not going to church because you have too many hypocrites there is like saying you're not going to the gym because you have too many fat people there. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's where you gotta go, bro. If you're too fat, you head to the gym. If you're having problems, you're problematic, go to church and get yourself sorted out. Not church, a church and saving you, right? Yeah, but find a relationship with the master, you understand? Yeah, and the church environment is conducive to that. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Nonetheless, folks, it's time to get into the, as my uncle would say, the nitty-gritty of it. Good morning, Bomb. Augustine Maxwin, that's his name. Good. The word for the day today is the word aftermath. It is a noun. Aftermath. A-F-T-E-R-M-A-T-H. All right. And aftermath refers to the period of time shortly following a destructive event or to a negative consequence or result. The aftermath of Hurricane Ivan. You understand? You heard that word a lot. The aftermath, you right? That period of time shortly after that incident, that event. Okay? And here's how we can use that word. It was almost noon before I felt ready to clean up the mess that remained in the aftermath of the previous night's festivities. Yeah. The aftermath of Hurricane Ivan was a very trying time for many of us, yeah? That was an equalizing time. I went to the river, and I remember my wife and I at the time, went to the river, and the so-called big shots, and us, we were washing on similar, river stones, and I say, yeah, good. Nice. So that was the word of the day, the word aftermath, all right? And the thought of the day is, I don't trust words. I trust vibes. People can tell you anything, but a vibe tells you everything. That is so true. Yeah. Innocent, you're my boy. You know what I'm saying? Joke. I don't trust words anymore. I trust the vibe. Yeah, the vibe tells you everything. People can tell you anything. Laugh with you, talk with you, eat with you, drink with you. But look for the vibe that you're getting from them, the negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust words anymore. I trust the vibe. You give me a good vibe and it will be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. What's buzzing this morning? Well, of course, again, I've got to remind you. Yeah, a gentleman called me yesterday inquiring about the King of the Grill. Well, it's on Saturday, the 29th of July. You have up till Friday to register, and you must come to the GBN to fill up that form. It's $150 per category. All right? So you got to come up and register. It's the Maggie King of the Grill on Saturday, the 29th of July. It's going to be a day of fun, man. It starts from 12 noon and goes on till... Okay, also buzzing this morning, unleash the expectations. Now, the Crown Ballroom at the Radisson Resort was a buzz on Wednesday with a cadre of individuals representing various fractions of the creative industries. All right? The interests and expectations varied, but there was a general consensus on the need for an activity of this nature. Okay? All right, and last night in the news also I heard Jefferson Ramirez giving his reason why he bowed out of the American Idol event. I did not get the whole gist of it because I was just about, packing up by the church. So, all right. Practitioners in the beauty and wellness industry have been given additional time to register the business and acquire appropriate licenses. The recent amendment to the Health Practitioners Act requires all practitioners, such as barbers, hairdressers, and nail technicians, to obtain a license to practice in Grenada. Initially, practitioners were notified that they must be registered by 30th June 2023, but that deadline has now been extended. The practitioners are encouraged to ensure that they adhere to the new requirements, as failure to register and obtain a license can result in a summary charge of up to $250,000 or 5 years in prison. 5 years in prison, or both, all right? Okay, the St. George's High Court was forced to abort the Ryan Griffith murder trial due to the unavailability of a key prosecution witness. Okay. Also buzzing, Grenada will be among the islands represented when the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States hosts its first ever virtual trade expo this month. Now, the expo was officially launched on Tuesday to start sensitizing small and micro business owners, encouraging them to register for the event. All right, so those are the stories buzzing this morning. We have two brief visitors to the program this morning. I will be talking with a representative from the St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, I think. I think they're celebrating 75 years or something like that. I'm going to get the information subsequently. And then there's the Grenada Council, National Council of the Disabled. They should be making a pass by us as well. So let's, this is what's happening on the buzz. We have the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather here on Classic, and we've got a repeat broadcast of last evening's television news on GBN Television. Saying happy birthday to you, Anne-Marie Thomas. Happy birthday. And if you can wait for me outside in the lobby after I finish my shift, we'll go to Port Louis and have ourselves a glass of wine and something, on your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, Anne-Marie Thomas. All right. And, okay. Good morning, my Grenadian family and friends. Sister. All right. Veronica Sandy says happy birthday. Good morning, Grenada. Yellow and more yellow, we say. Okay. You must be at Jaundice. All right. Sonia Mathlin Scott. Good morning, everyone. And Mildred Smith. Good morning, Mr. Gordon and the beautiful Loving Spice lovers. All right. Good morning to you, folks. We've got to take that break. It's time for the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never got you wherever you're running. We'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time. Right, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The St. George's High Court was forced to abort the Ryan Griffith murder trial due to the unavailability of a key prosecution witness. Nisha Paul reports.
The jury was empaneled at St. George's No. 1 High Court last week Thursday, with plans to start taking evidence in the matter today. However, High Court Judge Madam Justice Paula Guilford was forced to discharge the jurors due to the prosecution team's inability to produce one of its key witnesses in its case against murder-accused Ryan Griffith. The missing witness, identified as No. 4, has relocated to the United Kingdom. Crown Counsel Howard Pinnock, who is leading the case against Ryan Griffith, assured the court that all efforts are being made to locate the witness and arrangements will be made for her to be here at the next session of the assizes. The witness is included on a list of 12 persons identified by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution to give evidence to support its murder case against Griffith. The defendant, a bus driver, is charged with non-capital murder in connection with the June 2019 death of Spencer Gordon Francis, who was found motionless with a rope around his neck on the floor of his family's home in Corinth, St. David. Griffith is being represented by attorney Jerry Edwin, who shared his views on the matter of the missing witness.
This is a witness who claimed to have heard certain statements in the case, and she was not available because she has actually moved out of Grenada. She's residing outside of the country now. And so the prosecutor's office, the DPP's office, has asked the judge, and the judge agreed that this matter will be set back to the next term of the court, which is in the new term, which starts in September of this year.
Edwin also spoke about the defense team's readiness for the trial.
We were prepared to go to trial on this matter, and I think the prosecutor was also ready to go, but without this vital witness, the matter could not proceed. And so Mr. Griffiths will continue to remain on bail, and we assume that in the next session after September 2023, the matter will be brought back to those assizes.
Griffith is currently on $50,000 bail with conditions. He had previously surrendered all his travel documents to the court and has been instructed to have no interference with the witnesses in the matter. He also must report to the St. David's police station twice weekly. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Grenada's first ever Cultural and Creative Industries Conference, Unleash, kicked off Wednesday at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. Rosalina John attended and has details on what's in store for the development of this dynamic sector.
The three-day conference aims to foster knowledge sharing, business development, and networking opportunities for the creatives, policymakers, financiers, educators, musicians, artists, songwriters, and other stakeholders. Through meaningful discussions and collaboration, the conference aims to explore the development potential of this dynamic sector with a focus on institutional building, research, and capacity building. Orlando Romaine, Advisor and Special Envoy for ICT and the Creative Economy in the Ministry of Economic Development and Planning, in his address, highlighted government's one-year plan for the creative economy, noting that a Creative Affairs Office has been established and will be guided by a 10-point mandate.
So we'll be focused on creating policies for the sector in line with our 2035 national sustainability goals and objectives. We intend to build capacity of our creative entrepreneurs through training programs, seminars, and other developments. And plan to establish and manage a creative industries registry and business networking platform. The idea of this registry is to be able to catalog all the creative players in Grenada and in the diaspora. All right, add on a mentoring component to that business networking platform. We're still in the process of conceptualizing this. Funding is a key part of developing the sector, and we plan to certainly provide more funding opportunities for the creators.
Romain delved into what's anticipated from the development of the creative industry.
Firstly, we want to create a more resilient economy capable of weathering external economic shocks. I mentioned we want to ensure that we generate high-quality jobs through the creative economy. We want to ensure that we increase our foreign earnings. Because certainly we want to ensure that the creative economy is able to drive the social transformation that we need.
He gave a breakdown on what the creative economy entails, Grenada's position in this sphere, and areas still to be explored.
Essentially, it includes 6 key areas: visual arts and craft, audiovisuals and multimedia, books and press, design and creative services, performing arts and celebration, and cultural heritage. And for the most part, Grenada has occupied the space of visual arts, books and press, performing arts, and cultural heritage. We have a huge brain drain problem. Many of our experts leave the shores of Grenada to find jobs overseas. And yes, they do send back remittances, but I believe there's more gain we can have if they stay right here in our shores and bring the monies back to Grenada. And so we want to ensure that that is realized.
Christina John, GBN News.
The Crown Ballroom at the Radisson Resort was abuzz Wednesday with a cadre of individuals representing various segments of the creative industry. Their interests and expectations may have varied, but there was general consensus on the need for an activity of this very nature. We hear more in this report.
On March 1st this year, government launched an initiative aimed at supporting investment and participation in the creative industry. The program provides registered creative practitioners and organizations 100% concessions on common external tariff, the CET, and value-added tax, VAT, for items considered tools of trade to further develop the creative sector. The 3-day conference, dubbed Unleash, Grenada's premier culture and creative industry conference, was initiated as part of efforts to further develop the creative sector. Today's launch brought together policymakers, educators, musicians, artists, songwriters, creatives, financiers, and other like-minded individuals in one place. GBN sought the expectations of some of those present. Here's Jefferson Ramirez's thoughts.
All I'm looking forward to just the conference itself, just the fact that we're having something like this is a major step for us as creatives. It's a good vibe. It's a good step. It's a step in the right direction. So I'm here just to take it in, take all the information I could take, especially about the education aspect of it, because I believe that that's where it's going to tip the scale in terms of educating our people about how much you can make, how you can make $1, how you can just become great from your God-given talent. And
Kiem Joseph, a videographer/photographer, believes this is long overdue and cites this conference as an avenue for networking.
So primarily my concern here in this conference is to see if we could somehow strategize and lay out a roadmap for creating some structure in the industries that we already have. So that's something that we, especially in my industry, it's kind of loose right now. So I hope that coming out of this, that we could create some structure so at least we have a formal industry going in that's backed by solid legislation.
Judy Entwine is the director of Ashanti Footprints.
Well, I'm really happy. I've seen who some of the speakers are, and I'm just thrilled to be here for today and hopefully the next couple of days to meet people and to learn more about what people are doing and to channel which avenues will help us to manifest the great abundance of the cultural and creative work that we do. Personally, my emphasis is in literary arts and performing arts. So my work personally, and then work with the children in drumming, dance, stilt walking.
Samuel Ogilvy, representing the Grenada Arts Council, says they are hoping to gather as much knowledge as possible to better their craft.
Looking forward to seeing the actual nitty-gritty of what can happen for Grenada, what we can take away from these people who are going to talk to us, and looking forward to spotlighting even the previous accomplishments. I'd have to see how we can use that to collaborate and come together involve more people in all the creative industries, not just fine art, but film.
All the areas sound really interesting, but I think for me right now, I want to hear what's going on more about the policy side, maybe the governance side, the legal side. So, not so much the creative or the film or video side, because I'm in that all the time. So I just kind of want something that's a little more contrasting from what I used to.
Ricardo Kings Douglas, playwright and the producer of the opening event for the Creative Industry Conference, says the foundation for the explosion of the creative industry is now well placed. He emphasizes the importance of respect for the art.
I think this is an opportunity now for the arts to really take off in this country, and I think if they're going to be serious about it, it has to start in the schools. It has to start from the young ones right there, because a lot of kids who don't want to be lawyers, doctors, engineers, they want to be writers and dancers and performers and singers. Just like me. When I was in school, I didn't want to be any of that. I didn't want to learn Latin and chemistry and physics. So I think this is the beginning, and they have to be serious about it. And I think they are serious, which is wonderful, because look at the event. You can see they're serious about it, but it must start in the schools. And the most important thing, they must respect the arts.
Sherry Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Jefferson Ramirez has backed out of American Idol. Christina John sought to find out why in conversation with the artiste and filed this report.
Soul pop artist Jefferson Ramirez became the first Grenadian to make it to the American Idol stage in February this year. Ramirez received the golden ticket, affording him the opportunity to travel to Hollywood for the next round of competition. However, Ramirez pulled out of the competition. GBN's news crew caught up with the artist on Wednesday at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort, attempting to garner the reason for his withdrawal.
I know some people really want to know about why and so on, but this is just basically how the competition goes. You get in there, you do the audition, and because we've been filming for a while, we did a lot of B-roll stuff, a lot of things that were never shown. Well, I can't get into the details too much because that's how these shows are and how they go, but it was really a good experience for me. As you saw, I met Katy Perry, I met Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and just getting to be a part of that was an amazing and mind-blowing experience for me. As a first Grenadian to do it, I just really and truly wanted to make people know that it's possible.
Despite the challenges, the singer-songwriter says there's no stopping now as he embarks on yet another of his projects.
The next big step is music. I've been working a lot and writing a lot. And I'm ready to share a lot more. A lot of people kind of don't know me personally, but I'm getting ready to share a little bit more about that through my songs, through the music, and through the things I'm going to share. So I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for my own projects.
Creative arts is a diverse sector, and Ramirez offered some encouragement for young people aspiring to showcase their creative skills.
Well, I say know that you can. Know and not even believe, but know that you can. Know that you can do it. Know that you can make it. Know that you have the God-given talent and the ability, and that you have God within you. And then you work on the craft itself. And then you just know that the possibilities are endless when it concerns talent and art, and especially music. Possibilities are endless. Keep your eye on your intention, and keep going in that direction. And again, one of the reasons why I considered American Idol was to let people know that creatives are it's sometimes harder to get people to believe in you as a creative and as a musician or artist, because my parents didn't believe in it when I was a kid. I don't know if anybody did, but I dreamt about it. I used to see it. I saw it in my sleep about 10 years old. So my 10-year-old self probably going crazy now. But I saw it, and I just decided I was never going to stop.
Christina John, GBN News.
Young girls from various schools in Grenada and elsewhere across the OECS were again afforded an opportunity to gain knowledge about ICT and the tremendous potential within the sector for building future careers. They participated in the virtual Girls in ICT training on Tuesday under the theme Digital Skills for Life. The Eastern Caribbean Telecommunication Authority hosted the event. We have more in this report.
The Eastern Caribbean Telecommunication Authority, ECTEL, collaborated with 4 Caribbean women to stage a virtual event aimed at encouraging girls to learn more about ICT and to pursue studies and careers in the male-dominated field. The virtual tech talk and training dubbed Digital Skills for Life is part of this year's Intellectual Telecommunication Union's ITU Girls in ICT Observance. The annual observance encourages girls and young women to thrive in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics careers, and to acquire the skills needed to become both ICT users and creators in the digital world. ECTEL's acting managing director, Cheryl Fontenelle, spoke of the digital field and how it is evolving.
And this year, the theme is very important. Digital skills for life. And I think we need to focus on the fact that it is for life. These are skills that you will learn as a young person. And because the world is moving towards being more and more digital, these are the types of skills that you will be able to use throughout your life and impact to other persons. And for us at ECTEL, this particular theme is very well placed because at the moment we are very focused on transforming our economies. The governments of the ECTEL member states, that is Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, have decided, along with the rest of the world, that it is time to move our economies to become more digital so that it is more efficient to do certain things.
The training applied to girls ages 11 to 18, as well as boys, who encourage girls to thrive in ICT. Michelle Maricus, director of ICT Plus Consulting Limited, one of the key speakers at the training, explained how a woman's digital career could blossom with experience.
That the job that you think you have and the job that you start off with is not the one that you're going to end your career. And typically, the average person will have 12 jobs in their lifetime. I am hopefully just getting into like the middle part of my career. And here it is that I have had maybe about 4 or 5 different incarnations of my professional life. So don't think, though, for example, if you wanted to do even something like accounting, you will get an accounting job and you will stay there your entire career. You certainly may get promoted, you're going to get transferred. The odds are there are going to be opportunities that you can then also say, listen, I think I've done as much as I can do at this position. Let me look for different opportunities. Let me look to apply my skills in different ways.
Since the 4th of May 2020, ECTEL has been the regional regulatory body advising the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commissions on electronic communications matters in its 5 member states, namely the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
Practitioners in the beauty and wellness industry have been given additional time to register their business and acquire appropriate licenses. The recent amendment to the Health Practitioners Act requires all practitioners, such as barbers and hairdressers and nail technicians, to obtain a license to practice in Grenada. Initially, practitioners were notified that they must be registered by the 30th of June, 2023, but that deadline has now been extended. The practitioners are encouraged to ensure that they adhere to the new requirements, as failure to register and obtain a license can result in a summary charge of up to 250,000 EC dollars or 5 years in prison.
Recent amendments to the 2010 Health Practitioners Act mandate that persons in the beauty and wellness industry be registered and licensed with the Allied Health Council, a body established by the said act in order to practice in Grenada. The beauty and wellness industry includes professionals such as barbers, podiatrists, manicurists, tattoo artists, masseurs, and more. After a sensitization forum on April 24th, where the National Training Agency, the Grenada National Accreditation Board, and the Allied Healthcare Professional Council met with beauty and healthcare providers to update them on the process of being certified, accredited, insured, and licensed, the timeline for registration and certification was pushed back. Among the concerns that influenced the change in the deadline was the fact that certification training could take up to 6 months. The new deadline for registration is November 30th, 2023. Janelle Farto, Chief Executive Officer of Renew Beauty and Empowerment Institute, a cosmetology school in Grenada, Grenada highlighted the importance of certification.
Allows persons to maximize their potential in the proper way to meet the required industry standards, not just locally, but regionally and internationally. Someone can spend 20 years, with an expert on the job, and that individual might be a visual learner, and they can gain so much knowledge there, but they still do not have the certification to prove it. So the knowledge is there, but the certification, then it helps you move, it helps you grow, it helps you get identified. If you decide to leave Grenada and go to Trinidad and Tobago, where the standards are developed, you will be recognized and you can practice based on your certification. Let's move from Trinidad to the United States, right?
Meanwhile, on Tuesday, Member of Parliament for the constituency of St. Andrews Southeast, Emmeline Pear, of the opposition New National Party, called on government for more consultation among the people who would be most affected by the amendment to the Act.
I don't think they were supported in the way that they should have been supported by practitioners, but we are saying these are people, and you can't take a decision that because you did not support the consultation, we're not doing any more. If you listen to them, they are saying between December and now, you could have come and do some more engaging, some more educating, where the advertisements on GBN and MTV and all of those media houses, where even not just the practitioners, because this act is not just going to be important in terms of knowledge for the practitioners, but for us as clients.
The registration fee for practitioners is EC $250 and the licensing fee is EC $350 and must be renewed every 3 years. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Grenada will be among the islands represented when the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States hosts its first ever virtual trade expo this month. The expo was officially launched on Tuesday to start sensitizing small and micro business owners, encouraging them to register for the event. We hear more from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
The 3-day virtual trade expo, scheduled for the 15th to the 17th of May, will feature a wide range of produce and services from the various economic sectors across 11 member states, including Grenada. It will provide a unique opportunity for exhibitors and trade partners from across the Eastern Caribbean and beyond to connect. Director General of the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States, Didicus Jules, spoke of the upcoming event.
And this exposition is intended to bring together the business community, entrepreneurs, and policymakers from across the OECS region to showcase products and services produced within the region and to explore opportunities for growth and collaboration. This increased openness and cooperation creates a larger market for businesses to operate in, which in turn drives economic growth. By working together, we can achieve economies of scale, attract investment, and increase our competitiveness on the global stage.
The expo, which is mainly for small and micro businesses across the OECS, creates a platform for growth, recognizing that the sector took a hard hit from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Jules highlighted opportunities the expo can provide for participants and the region.
The OECS Trade Exposition is a platform for showcasing the authenticity of the region's products and services from A to Z, from no-tech to low-tech to high-tech solutions and everything in between. It is an opportunity to connect with potential customers, investors, and partners, to explore new markets and to learn from industry experts and thought leaders. An important starting point for navigating the challenges of the post-pandemic world is the awareness of the range and the depth of the entrepreneurial imagination that is fueling our resilience in moving forward.
The virtual expo will be hosted on a newly created online platform called On the Wave, specifically designed to complement the unique tropical field and look that represents the OECS islands. The senior technical specialist at the OECS, Andrian Simon, shared what persons can expect.
What to expect?
exhibits. The exhibitor feature of the virtual platform simulates a physical exhibition experience. The custom design booths will allow exhibitors to personalize their booths and provide an opportunity to showcase their products and services through brochures, posters, videos, and company profiles. This feature enables participants to interact with exhibitors, schedule business meetings, and share necessary contact information through private in-platform messaging.
Business owners interested in participating in the expo can register online via the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States official website or Facebook page. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
And now it's time to take a peek into the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
A milestone worth celebrating. The St. Teresa's Roman Catholic School in Vincent St. David celebrated its 85th anniversary on Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. The students were invited to dress in their best, to have lunch, and attend a church service in commemoration of the 85-year milestone. Our citizen journalists submitted several photos of the well-dressed students. The staff at the GBN thanks this ISAW reporter for that submission and wishes the school a happy anniversary. Our ISAW line at 405-3052 is always open to your submissions via WhatsApp or via our other social media platforms.
Treat Mom this Mother's Day to a special concert as the Royal Grenada Police Force Band present Mother's Night Out. Mother's Night Out celebrity concert at the Grenada Trade Center, featuring live from St. Vincent, Alston Beckett Cyrus.
You ain't nothing but a teaser.
Alston Beckett Cyrus, Beckett, and Judy Boucher. Judy Boucher live, also featuring Dash and Friends, Raymond Matthew the Beast, Randy Isaac, Tamara Songbird, Samantha Dixon, Gregory McLean, Joel Hafford, and Paul Alexander. Hosted by Fatman George. Admission $75. It's Mother's Night Out, the celebrity concert. Showtime 6 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Treat Mom this Mother's Day. Stay tuned for more details. Treat Mom this Mother's Day.
A mother is really amazing and incredible. Give her an amazing spa experience at Nirvana Health Spa with our exotic cherry rose relaxing packages. Choose from our exotic cherry rose feet care package, which includes jelly feet soak, relaxing pedicure, feet care facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $2.40. Or entice mom with our cherry rose body care package. This includes full body exfoliation, hot stone back massage, facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $4.40. Or why not surprise mom with both packages? She deserves it, right? Call us on 231-6642 or 418-7115. Visit nirvana.gd for more info. Gift certificates are also available. We are located in the Regency Commercial Suites, Grand Anse Main Road, in close proximity to the Food Fair Shopping Center. Nirvana Health Spa, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. These specials go up until June 4, 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Treat mom for this Mother's Day.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Affordable quality products delivered
to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
At the NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit. This benefit will provide an insured person with 50% of his or her former income in the case of sudden unemployment. To support this benefit and other benefits we offer, it was necessary to increase the contribution rate. The contribution rate will increase gradually each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. As always, the contribution will be split between you and your employer. The pensionable age will also increase from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also be gradually reaching age 65 in 2029. Pensioners will continue to be eligible for a pension from age 60, but will receive a reduced payment. The NIS recognizes that the prices of basic customer goods are increasing globally. Therefore, we are happy to also increase the weekly minimum pension payment by 25%. Finally, we have adjusted our survivor's benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will receive 100% or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased's pension. We are here to make the transition to these new changes as clear and simple as possible. If you have any questions on how these changes impact you and your family, please contact our new informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your social security provider.
Records at the traffic department shows that a total of 1,447 accidents were reported.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's time for the conversation this morning, and as I hinted to you, I do have with me on the telephone line, but I've got two lined up this morning. All right, I've got one group on Zoom, but I'm speaking with Mr. Kennard Frank first. He is the public relations officer of that committee that has been set up to celebrate as they prepare for the celebration of St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, 70 years of existence. This time I take the opportunity and say good morning to you, Mr. Frank.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph, and to your listening audience, and good morning, Grenada. And thank you for having us, the St. Joseph's Convent Grenville 70th Anniversary Committee.
Right, nice. 70 years. How does that feel? I mean, I know you were not there from the inception of the school, right?
No, definitely not.
Okay. All right, so tell me, 70 years and counting, what are some of the major accomplishments of the St. Joseph's Convent Grenville?
Well, St. Joseph's Convent can boast a lot of achievements over the 70 years. For instance, we have 7 out of 10 times winners of the Junior Achievement Competition, owning second place in International Junior Achievement in Argentina. We also 2018 Intercol champions, and we've been knocking for it over 15 years, placing second consecutively year after year. Also, we hold the Marisha Cup 2004 to 2005, respectively. Young leader winners, 3 years in succession, active curriculum activities, etc. So just to name a few, we've been doing well.
And that's I would refer to that as co-curricular, but in terms of academics, you all have topped as well, isn't it?
Definitely over the years.
So 70 years, what are some of the plans you have? Because that's a milestone, right? What are some of the plans you have lined up for that celebration? And exactly what date is that celebration?
Right. So the celebration, 70 years, or we're celebrating on the theme, 70 years, telling a story, the journey continues, celebrating 7 decades of empowerment, achievement, and growth. And some of the events that we have planned for that whole celebration, starting Sunday, this Sunday, May 14th, we have a Mass at the St. Andrew's Apostolic Roman Catholic Church at 7 p.m. to kickstart the celebration. After which we have the 19th of May, after work lime and bingo at the school court, which would engage the public as well as past pupils alike. On the 21st of June, we have a soft skill day, which is geared to the present students. Again, the committee is trying to engage both past, present, and the public in our celebrations. Yeah, on June 23rd, we have a health fair and carry day, again for the present students, as well as past students in the different health disciplines will come in and do your vitals, pressure checks, sugars, etc. As well as we have some persons in the carry part will come and speak to the students, as well as the students will get an opportunity to dress alike or dress the part or dress the carry they aspire to be. On the 1st of July, we have our Queen Show at the Deluxe Cinema, and that evening is geared to beauty, talent, and elegance. So you'll see our girls, our present students showcasing their talents on that day. Also, on the 8th of July, we have the motorcade, which will be basically around the parish of St. Andrews and neighboring parishes to help promote and help spread the word outside there that Convent is doing great things and is still aspiring to touch more lives on a daily basis. On the August 5th, we have a masquerade ball or dance at the school grounds where participants will be, enlightened by the beautiful sceneries and just come and have a good time. You get your mask on entry, etc. We have a brunch on the 26th of August, brunch and fashion show. And that fashion show will have the likes of past students who will be coming and showcase their pieces in the fashion industry, etc. And on the 8th of September, the most anticipated event is Teachers in Concert at the school grounds.
Wow. I'm going to come to see Miss Erica lead and them get on.
Yes, please do.
I must say that, among the accomplishments of the St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, there's a cadre of, important people, high-profile people that came through the St. Joseph's Convent. You care to mention a few of them, or you don't want to be put on the spot like this?
Well, I refrain from mentioning because for the purposes we have so many past students who are impacting life here and wide in the diaspora as well. So I really don't want to mention or leave off in persons, but what I can say, St. Joseph's Convent has been and will be continuing to produce great minds and persons that will impact our lives.
Okay. And I know for a fact that definitely will happen. I look forward to the events. I cannot promise that I'll be at all of them, but I'll try to be in as many as possible. And kudos to your staff, your past and present staff. Keep up the good works, and I look forward to the activities with high anticipation. What I urge you to do is forward some printed material to us, and as time progresses, we'll continue to highlight the events for your 70th celebration, right?
All right, thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'll do that.
Is there anything you thought we missed that you'd like to put in?
I just want to urge the public in the diaspora as well as locally to please come out and help celebrate with us. It will be a fun, feel event. We try to cater the event so both the young, the old, the past, the present. So just come on home because Convent is home to a lot of persons and just enjoy and have a good time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Frank, and all the best with your activities, and we look forward to hearing a lot more from you and the rest of your team. All the best.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right. Okay, folks, I have been speaking there with Mr. Kennard Frank. He is the Public Relations Officer for the committee that has been set up for the celebration of the 70th anniversary of the St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville. We take a commercial break. When I come back, we chit-chat with two goodly gentlemen who are already on our Zoom platform. We'll be back after these messages.
Girl, the children are growing up so fast. When I leave here, I am going to take Tevin to get his MMR vaccine.
Kayla was supposed to have another appointment for that same vaccine. But Natalie, I'm not sure. On social media, they're saying that it's not safe. Plus, I can afford to miss work.
Girl, the vaccines are safe for decades. They protect our children. You got vaccinated, and I'm sure you're all right.
Yes, but these diseases aren't out now.
Grenada is open to childhood diseases from all over the world. Today, we have a choice to get our children vaccinated or not. Go get it done, girl. It won't take long.
I suppose so. Anything for my princess.
I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.
Hello, I am Pettifer Lewis, the Executive Director of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, representing the private sector. From where I sit, I can see how volatile both the local, regional, and international economies can be as a result of financial shocks, pandemics, natural disasters, among others. Having the NIS Unemployment Benefit Program is certainly a step in the right direction. This will help to alleviate the burden that arises from unemployment. Remember that people who are employed not just support themselves, but support family members as well. The NIS Unemployment Benefit Program will play a very important role in assisting our citizens to mitigate hardships while keeping the local economy stimulated during future challenges like these. This is a very good program, very good initiative, and I support it.
Treat your mom for Mother's Day. At Southern Electrical, we're having a sale from the 8th to the 12th of May on both kitchen appliances and home appliances. Treat your mom to blenders, waffle irons, portable ACs, microwaves, air fryers, and much, much more.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 30 minutes after 7 o'clock, and I've got to say good morning to you, Deborah Hunt Tommy, out there in New York. She says, good morning, Grenada, watching from Brooklyn, New York. Thanks for joining us. I will give you a taste of the spice. But nonetheless, at this time, folks, I am joined by two goodly gentlemen from our Zoom platform, Mr. Glen Alexander and Mr. Jamal Phillip. They're both representing the Grenada Council for the Disabled, and they're here to bake two cakes with one egg, you know? You like that phrase? Normally, they would say kill two birds with one stone. Well, I am in the conservation business, so I'm not killing any birds. We're baking cakes with one egg, all right? They're firstly going to highlight their month of activities, and they are also going to pay a measure of tribute to our late Managing Director, Odette Campbell. So it's a good time to say good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning.
And how are we this morning?
Quite all right.
Right. Yes, I can hear it in your voice. Okay, Mr. Alexander, are you okay?
I am fine and quite motivated today, having the opportunity now to more or less assist and walk along in the celebration of the life of Miss Campbell. I know the question was asked the activities for the month, but I am not quantified to really speak to what the month offers. But I'm just participating as an interest person who has worked along with physically challenged persons as we celebrate this month. And in the same breath, remember the life of Miss Odette Campbell, who in my view and our view has made significant contribution to the physically challenged and the disabled community in Grenada.
Yeah, what a thing. I know. And I wish we did not have to talk about this, because every time we talk about OC, it's a problem here. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you the opportunity to do just that. How did Miss Campbell impact your life personally, and then as the grouping?
Well, I must say for me, it has been all wrong in that, not speaking directly to the Tyler Smith story, in which GBN, Ms. Campbell, and Chrislina, by extension, have made Tyler what he is and aspiring today. But also, too, I had the opportunity to walk along during the COVIDious time, when Miss Campbell and the GBN team gave me the opportunity to do homeschool. As a matter of fact, it's the first time I ever done something like that live on television, and the motivation, the encouragement, Miss Campbell, I must give all praise to that. Additionally, we know of the Tyler story. Whenever we needed any little coverage, as a matter of fact, she has made GBN a home for us in terms of what we had to do in terms of Tyler making his journey to St. Lucia. And even while we were in St. Lucia, the coverage, and so that was given a little back and forth, the encouragement, daily encouragement. And so from Miss Campbell, cannot go unnoticed.
Okay, all right. Jamal, you can button right here.
Well, what I can say, I never really encountered with Miss Campbell personally, but I've heard of her good works, and I know that she has been, always, leaving an open air for us whenever we at the National Council for the Disabled has, to speak on a matter relating to persons with disability and so on and so forth. She always, I remember we had Beyond the Headline meeting in regarding to Tyler.
Okay.
And she gave us the opportunity to speak about that and other stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So we really do appreciate that. And it's sad that, the situation is what it is now. I do want to publicly express my condolence to her family and so on, because, this is
trying times. I know what it feels like, you know, losing someone that is dear to you. So this is, you know, trying times for her family, and we do appreciate everything that she would have done as it relates to the Grenada National Council for the Disabled, and also extending condolence to the GBN platform and the members.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and that comes on behalf of the the GBN team. Thanks for both of your echoes of condolences, and yeah, it means a lot. Now, as it relates to the month of activities, Jamal, what are the activities you have planned for this celebration in this cycle?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't have the full details in front of me as we speak, as it relates to the activities. But I know we have on the 25th of this month, there's a activity, a public forum from the St. Paul's Cultural Center, I think it is, and they would want persons to come and speak of persons with a disability come and speak of how they function and so on, as living with a disability and so on. There's also, which I can recall, a fun day in Guelph. Not too clear as to the location, but that will be on the 29th, a family fun day. We had our church service, which would have passed already. That was Sunday gone, the 7th of May. That was also in Guelph. We partner with the ministry. I think that was an arrangement with the Open Bible Church. So we, the National Council of the Disabled, had partnered with them and decided to worship with them as well. Other details as it relates to the rest of the activities, our PRO, which is also your staff, Miss Rena Pear-Thomas, she would be able to give some updates on that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I also want to add the inclusion of physically challenged persons in schools. There was a visit to J.W. Fletcher. As a matter of fact, J.W. Fletcher, we have a visually impaired student, and of course we know Tyler is being physically challenged. There are a number of students in the different schools, and the council during this month of awareness, they first of all visited J.W. Fletcher school to really create that awareness and inclusion. The inclusion for me as a teacher also is a new thing. Having to deal work with students in careful with my words here, who are physically challenged, and it is a challenge, but at the same time, we have to love all of them. We love all of them, and for their inclusion, even if we are to bend backwards to accommodate them, we do so.
Well, something that I've noticed, just a button there, and it was really encouraging, and it shows that the mindset is in the right direction. In the just concluded Intercall Games, there were events that accommodated people living with disabilities, and I thought that was remarkable, because at some point in time, if that isn't done, they can feel left out, they can feel isolated, and we do not want that to happen, because they are part and parcel of our communities, and we just have to adapt to accommodate them.
Let me just say that I continue to be elated to be a part of what occurred at Intercall. We were even more happier to see what happened at Carifta. And I know already the talk about their inclusion in sporting activities to come next year. Also, too, because of this, I have now be a part of the Paralympic, and the issue of Special Olympic and all of these games so that our physically challenged people can have the opportunity just as able-bodied. So that is just a starter. I know recently, if I can say, that there was a meeting with the Grenada Olympic Association, and I am so happy that that opening can happen for physically challenged persons, and there are many discoveries that we're having that we are seeing, and all we need to do is to put structures in place so that we can give an opportunity to these special people just as able-bodied. So I know I hope very soon the media houses would get more information and assist in promoting the Paralympic sports and special sports, because special physically challenged, but all in that, in terms of promoting that and giving them more opportunities, because to tell you the truth, some of them, they're just at home, and I think once they have the opportunity to be engaged, we might be amazed as to what they can do.
Well, once it comes to initiatives like this, all you need to do is say the word and the GBN is there with you. All right, as it relates. Yes. Yeah, so that's all you've got to do. Give us the time, give us a date, and we'll be there to accommodate. All right, I even rhyme it for you. Mr. Philip. All right. I don't know if you know me, but I know you well. All right, and you're an advocate for people living with disabilities, and you've been doing a remarkable job. Are you satisfied with the level of acceptance and accommodations and support that you people receive?
Well, what I would say, one has to be contented. I wouldn't say, full-blown satisfied, simply because there's always room for improvement. But we have come a long way, our society, and, lots and lots of people are coming to terms with persons with disability and, how to work with them and how to, I should say us in this regards, because I am totally blind, so.
Okay.
But people are really coming to terms, and I really do appreciate that, as compared to years gone by when, a lot of persons would have looked at, let's say, a blind person, for instance, as, somebody that should probably sit down home at all times, or they're unable to do things. And, it amazed me, and it makes me feel happy, because I know as a blind person, I don't boast, but I would not deny the fact that I'm capable of a lot of things. I fix computers. I have my own online radio station, which I operate at my home, inside my house.
I must seek employment with you, man.
By profession.
Okay.
And this is things that I want to see other persons with disability achieve. Maybe not specific, but there are things that you can do. And persons with disability, don't really have to put themselves in a matchbox, so to speak, and say, okay, well, I am blind. I am not able to do this. I lost a leg. I'm not able to do that.
Okay.
There's always an alternative. There's always a way. Whatever you put your mind to do,
it can be achieved.
Yeah.
We have a caller on the line that would like to interact with you. Let's take this caller. Good morning,
Mr. Joseph, good morning, and good morning to your guests. Can you hear me well?
Loud and clear. Welcome.
I'm tired of the seat in this here country. I am a blind person in this country. I want to ask Mr. Philip, and he's my neighbor, I want to ask him to tell us what rhythm and arc is, and why he doesn't use it in his mobility. I want to repeat the question. What is rhythm and arc, and why don't you use it in your mobility? It is time that we disclose ourselves in this here country. And I have a lot more questions, but these people are not prepared. They're not fit to answer the question that I have to ask. Thank you very much.
Thank you, citizen. Mr. Philip, you care to respond? For some reason, you seem to have muted your mic.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry about that. I just want to say that I would skip that because I have no idea what Mr. Rollo is speaking of.
Okay.
So if he may explain as to what is this rhythm and act, we all will not know everything.
Okay.
You understand? So if it's something that he knows and he wants to introduce it to me or others as a blind person, he can do so.
Okay. All right. We have another caller. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning. Innocent. I just want to know what is the name of his radio station.
Okay, Mr. Philip, you heard the question. The name of your radio station?
So my radio station is online based, first to begin with. And it's referred to as Grenada Informative Radio.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Grenada Informative Radio. It is in development stage. It will be launching pretty soon, and the public would be aware of it.
Oh, okay.
You can visit the website at www.grenadainformativeradio.com.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, in the interest of time, is there anything you thought we left out that you'd like to interject right now?
No, well, I would just want to encourage, now that we have a greater awareness and it's like we're back as it relates to physically challenged and disabled persons with people with disability. I want to encourage, because for me, I've been volunteering all my life, that when the call is being made, that we have more people coming forward to volunteer. We have businesses coming forward to support the activities of the physically challenged and people who living with disability.
Mr. Philip?
Well, I just want to continue, as I normally would do whenever I come on programs like this, is to encourage persons with disability to, be strong, be courageous, and be determined.
Okay.
Having a disability does not mean this is the end of your life. It does not mean that all is lost for you. Sometimes, as it may sound funny, but it can really and truly means something added for you,
Yeah.
in terms of what you can achieve in life. Because I always believe that God made us, especially in his own way, for his purpose and his reasons. And nothing, when it comes to God, is bad, wicked, or terrible.
Okay.
So you seeing yourself with a disability, you know that is God's plan. It has to be for something good. All right.
Okay.
And God knows exactly what he's doing. So I ask, that we if we happen to be in that position, don't think that all is lost.
Just embrace our circumstance.
Just be courageous and, be determined.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen, for dropping by this morning. And as it relates to your activities that are ongoing, I hope that we'll get some. We here at the GBN will get some further. As a matter of fact, we'll communicate with Rena and get some further information so that we can give you as much publicity as possible and support wherever it's possible. And continue doing your hard work. Mr. Alexander, continue your hard work, bro.
Yes.
And the platform is always here whenever you need us, okay?
Definitely.
All right.
We'll take advantage of it.
All right. Don't be too advantageous, all right?
Have a good day.
You too. God bless. Folks, I've been speaking there with two goodly gentlemen, Mr. Glen Alexander and Mr. Jamal Philip, representatives from the Grenada Council of the Disabled. And we take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages with the wrap.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative, Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11, K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
Mr. mentioned the wing kai, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power there.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page and YouTube channel for We Culture.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
My granddaughter.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. 6 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and you know at 8 we've got the BBC. Rochelle, Mr. Rolo, who is to... Oh, you know what? I'm not going there. Let's leave that alone. All right. Good morning to you, my friend, Gordon Joseph. Thank you for giving my alma mater the opportunity to promote our 70th anniversary on your program. That has a lot to celebrate. We are proud of our achievements as we continue to move forward, and a special appeal is made to our past pupils in the diaspora who will be home for Carnival and other activities to get on board and be a part of the celebrations. Please do not forget to purchase your souvenirs, your souvenir items, including t-shirts at the school at a cost of $60.65. Okay, Alpha. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning. All right, that caller is not there. Okay, so we had a number of topics that were buzzing this morning. We did not get to delve into many of them because, we had what we had. Folks, don't forget, we've got the King of the Grill coming up on the 29th. Something that I was really, impressed with yesterday, the Unleash, that initiative yesterday. All right, that started at the Radisson yesterday. I am thrilled by it. I am always one of the persons that believe we have, as a matter of fact, I'm putting that in song this year. That's all right. Yeah, we're much more than sand or beaches, oil dung, and jab. We're so much more than that. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning, good morning to your viewers and your listeners. Now, yesterday, I think the government must be given kudos for the bold effort they're making. Not that I'm agreeing in everything, but I think the approach, the effort, and you could always build on what you do, even though you're not up there. What I find interesting yesterday was a conversation people were having on social media over the minister's tie. I find this is uncreative. I mean, what does tie have to do with the contribution the man made? There was no question about his contribution, but there was this debate about his tie, how he wears his tie. No, and I'm using that occasion to tell people that the tie is a symbol of war. In case people don't know, the tie was discovered in France, or was brought to France by some Croat mercenaries who were hired by a French prince who wanted to overthrow his uncle. So, I mean, and we have sanctified the tie. Now, if you don't have a tie as a preacher, you're not a godly man. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, that we would make these kind of symbols so sacrosanct, where they're a source of evil. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. 3 minutes away from 7. One of our WhatsApp contributors this morning said, I am happy to hear the way Mr. Philip has handled his being physically challenged. And someone should take a page from him. Many thumbs up to him. Okay, let's, I am not in that confrontational mood this morning, so I would leave the names out. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, blessings, beautiful, spicy Tri-Islanders, home and abroad. Love my folks. You all stay focused and don't be distracted. Yulin Alexander, good morning. She says, happy anniversary to St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville. Let's go to the telephone line for our final caller. Good morning.
Innocent, I guess. I didn't really get close to what the gentleman talking about, who was talking about the tie. But I suspect it's Mr. Lennox Andrews' tie they're talking about. Now, this man was my boss at one time, right? And from the time I got to know him, that is how he wears his tie. I don't know why. He's the first person I see usually wear the tie that way. But I don't know why people have a problem with him. Everybody have the freedom to wear their tie how they want. I don't see what is the controversy over the way he wears tie. I just I don't understand. People have to accept people for who they are.
I'm going to take a twist to it. No, people shouldn't have a problem with the way he wears his tie. And the same way people shouldn't have a problem because somebody say they have a problem.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
no,
right.
I mean, what I'm saying is, I don't know why, it's so controversial. If there is a reason why people have a controversy with it, I would like to know what that controversy is. But from the time I know this man, that's all he went inside.
Ms. Jeremiah, I feel comfortable calling the Honorable Lennox Andrews the way I usually call him, Toes. Toes and I go way back. Right? We go way back, and that is Toes. All right? That's who our Honorable Minister is.
And
all right?
Gentleman, I'm telling you, for the years I worked where he was managing, that was the best, the person that treated me the best.
Because he treated you because he treated you the best.
That treated me the best. Because when I retired from being the manager, when I said I gave up the position of management, it was because of the insubordination of board members and other staff members. He was the one that treated me like a human being there.
Miss Jeremiah, because he treated you the best, that doesn't mean he was the best, you know.
I said me. I'm talking about me.
Miss Jeremiah, have a good day, all right? Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. God bless you.
Remember, Jesus wanted to save Grenada.
Right. Yes, good. Nice. Folks, this is where we've got to pull the program this morning. And, those of you who participated one way or the other, thank you very much for your participation. Lydia Cameron says, Innocent, that was a very nice part of your program this morning with the two gentlemen. Well, that's what we do. All right. Ernesto Jose says, yesterday was historical in Grenada. We saw the opening of the St. Mark's Health Facility and the launching of the Unleashed, where Grenadians will get the opportunity to showcase their God-given talent and skill. That's being stifling. Kudos to the new administration on their transformation agenda. Ernesto Jose, you are... Don't say that. All right. Okay. Good, folks. Thank you for being a part of the program. And we look forward to another engagement tomorrow. Be safe. If you're driving, drive with due care and attention. And if you're a pedestrian, be on the lookout, all right? There are some folks who are not so careful on the road. Have a good day. I love you. Bye-bye.